Hello and good evening. Today is the 3rd of August 2022. Yesterday, the Americans claimed that a CIA drone killed Ayman al Zawahiri, the Al Qaeda chief operating officer in downtown Kabul. The Taliban have confirmed that there has been a drone strike in Kabul, but they have not confirmed whether al Zawahiri was the target or whether indeed he has been killed in the strike. It has also been speculated that Ayman al Zawahiri had been killed in the past as well. Anyway, there is no proof yet that Zawahiri has been taken out. Ayman al Zawahiri had, in any case, lost his importance. Zawahiri was an Egyptian medical doctor turned cleric, and he had a long history of serving in the ranks of Al Qaeda. He was number two to Osama bin Laden, who himself was killed in a strike inside Pakistan near Pakistan's military academy. He was taken out in a compound in Abbottabad. Again, there is no proof whether he was killed. The Americans say that he was captured, killed, and later thrown into the sea. Perhaps they did not want any uh, proof of the burial place of Zohri becoming a place of pilgrimage, etc. Anyhow, Zohri, the Americans say, has been killed. Uh, no proof yet. Perhaps he has been killed. Why has this assertion been made now at this point in time when really Al Qaeda has no significance, no major significance in Afghanistan? If there is any threat in Afghanistan, that is perhaps from the Islamic State, so-called Islamic State, which is growing in Afghanistan. And perhaps, if that be the case, from the Taliban themselves, who are now the rulers of Afghanistan. But they are the de facto rulers, although they have not been recognized by any country of the world, but they are the rulers and they are running the government. And they also want their money back, the $7 billion which has been frozen by the Americans. So why, at this particular moment in time, the Americans have gone ahead and said that Al Zawahiri has been killed? There must be a reason. I do not know what could be the reason. The Americans currently are busy in other places. They are supporting the Ukraine in its fight against Russia. They are providing Ukraine with arms. The Americans do not want the fight in Ukraine to end anytime soon. They want the Russians to be mired there. They want the end of Putin over there if they can have it. And plus, Nancy Pelosi, their uh, senator, the chairman of the Senate, is visiting Taiwan, which is the visit itself has become very tense because the Chinese have been warning Americans not to play with fire or lest they would get burnt. President Xi, in his telephonic conversation with President Biden, which lasted over 2 hours, had said it in so many words. And also, there have been indications, statements from the Chinese side that they will not tolerate Pelosi's visit to Taiwan. The Chinese have upped the ante. They are conducting naval drills in the South China Sea. Let's see what happens, whether it is just saber rattling or the Chinese would go beyond that. So, again, back to the question why the strike on Zayman al Zawahiri. Yes, one point one can understand that the Americans want to tell the world that the Taliban have not been sincere or true uh, to the agreement that they had concluded with Donald Trump, in which they said that their soil would not be allowed for terrorist activities or activities against the Americans. Whether indeed Zohri was involved in any terror activities, one does not know. And as I said earlier, the sting has gone out of Al Qaeda. They may be having their offshoots in other places in the Middle East, in Somalia, in other forms. It might have morphed into other organizations, non-state entities, but Al Qaeda, as we know it under Bin Laden, the way it was operating against the Americans, perhaps it's not doing that anymore. Uh, at least one hasn't heard of any activity directly related to Al Qaeda. But anyhow, the other question is, from where did this drone strike emanate from? Pakistan, as we know, had refused to allow Americans any basis for the counter terrorist strikes for their drones. Pakistan government has refused to do that. Uh, uh, and there is no proof that Pakistan was, in this particular case, complicit any drone flight. They could have come from Central Asia. They could have also come from the American fleet uh, in the Persian Gulf. Uh, Perhaps they could be a secret base in Afghanistan itself. One doesn't know. But that is a secondary question. The drones, the Predators and Reapers have long endurances. They can loiter. They have long loiter times. They can fly for long distances. They can surveil the areas for long durations. The armed drones, along with surveillance drones, can, in a package, acquire the target and kill the target. And really, there's no danger to the Americans flying it, because the pilots are sitting at a very safe distance. So this is what has happened. Uh, is this the end of Al Qaeda? Open to question. Uh, there are many questions lingering. Perhaps the jury is still out, and perhaps in the days to come, we might get some definite answer whether Al Qaeda, whether Ayman al Zawahiri indeed was killed or not killed. Thank you very much for listening to me.